The breath of Dravia. Here we have the third dimensional, foundational base, the spine, which a huge percentage of all conscious species on this planet have in common. Most of them, the snakes, the cats, the dogs, the monkeys, the human and Anunnaki alike. At the fulcrum of your spine, we have the solar plexus, the Manipura Chakraya, where we cultivate, if spinning right, our individual forms in the delusion of separation, ego perspective. We generate our will, essentially, to do, to apply, to manifest, in a sense, by force, what we wish, what we receive, to spin left, and pull on all the chakra around us, still in the ego sense, believing it is separate from us, which is not. So to spin right and to spin left at the same time, we go to the torus. Spinning right, spinning left, cultivating, receiving, giving, taking. But, as I mentioned previously in a video, things like anger, or resentment, or pain, or misery, or sadness, depression, hatred, ignorance. When you are pulling in, which is what we are trained to do with our thoughts and our victim mentality of thinking that other is responsible for how we think, what we believe, what we assume to know to be true. For ignorance in this culture, as you may have noticed from time to time, ignorance has been commercialized and propagandized as wisdom. But it is not so, friend. In further investigation, depending on how far down the rabbit hole you wish to go, you'll see that there's no dogma here higher than truth. But what is the truth? The truth is something that does not care for our opinions, our perspective in myopia. It is the bigger picture. It stands for itself, as itself, not as a perspective or a myopia pinhole concept. The truth is not thinking or an opinion or perspective. It is not something you are told, for this is just blind belief. To believe what you are told to be adopted as truth. This is what happens in this indoctrination, to absorb the energy around us. Now I'm talking about thoughts and beliefs and emotions. Someone is angry or sad, and a confused empath may absorb this, thinking now identified with the emotional body that they are angry or sad, or in a victim mentality, lying to yourself and saying, "You made me angry." But no, everything's a choice. I know that I babble on and on. What I wanted to talk about today was a simple exercise. I came across it years ago in spirit science on YouTube. It was called The Breath of Life. Today I'm going to repackage. Remember, imitation is a form of flattery. I think also to Thich Nhat Hanh and his wonderful book on mindfulness, which, if you are like me, a supernova that bounces on the walls and can't sit still on a mat, so you never meditate, it is because we do not understand as a culture in the West what true meditation actually is. As a matter of fact, probably many in the East still don't understand. If you believe you have to sit alone in a cave with your legs crossed, this is dogma. For true meditation is just simply an emptying of your mind into mindfulness. Mindfulness as in not thinking or thoughts, just focusing your consciousness on itself, awareness, without thought, without judgment, contrast, or compare. Focus, like the archer, who thinks of nothing, not even the bullseye. Just focus that he and the bullseye are but one. And that's how you get it. 11 seconds with Mississippi's. The breath of Dravya. Quintessence. The miracle of life. The fundamental principle of all dimension. In, around, and through it. These bodies are made up mostly of water. Water contains a huge portion of oxygen. Oxygen, though we see in this empty space as invisible, it is vibration of energy on a spectrum beyond the three-dimensional eyes, but yet it is there. We're at 7 minutes, so I'm trying to get this out in 3. An exercise in mindfulness. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like Dravia. Normally we breathe in and out, taking only a fraction of the oxygen that is available to us. So we only are achieving a fraction of our known potential. To all of you who are 420 friendly, or even people who enjoy alcohol, and you notice that once you're holding the alcohol, this is when you get your buzz. So today we're going to take a deep hit off Dravia. What we want to do is, now do this slowly so you can balance and go all the way. Unlike normal, we're going to fill our lungs to an almost uncomfortable point. Now be careful, don't push yourself too hard. If you can't do 11 seconds, do 5, 6, 7, whatever's comfortable for you. But the point is, when we breathe in, we're going to move up, move our energy, our kundalini, our chakras in balance, open the path, the foundation, like a steel rod which receives, or an antenna which uploads information, light codes. Move up your chakras, the root, the sacral, the manipura, solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the pineal, the crown, and as far as you want to go, inward and outward, as above, so below. 11 seconds with Mississippi's. Take in everything that is new. Hold it like a bog hit. And then release everything that is old. Breathe out all the trash, but in mindfulness. Clearing your mind. Breathe out all the thoughts, beliefs, and ideas that do not belong to you, that you have rented from their library for far too long. Return, empty your cup so you can fill it with authenticity and original intelligence. To achieve authenticism, to be authentic and actualize, you must first clear data, empty room from everything you know that you don't even know, and start over.